So yeah, that's the type of stuff that I usually vibe on, like a lot of the time. But yeah, that was Not Too Late by the Haciendas. I found them on the same blog that I found my last tune on.
Good shit, man. Who you like? Who's like your top 5 rock groups of all time?
Oh man. Like I go back and forth all the time. Obviously, some of the classics that inspired me a lot were like, Metallica are definitely up there. Um, I think and also because I'm, a bit younger, I'm in my early 20s right now. So like
Oh
a
wow,
lot of that, like a lot of that, like late 90s, early 2000s rock that I heard like on the radio growing up and stuff like that, that had a huge impact on me too. And like a lot of people listen to it and it sounds very dated, but like, that's like the music of my childhood. So
like
like
who? Like, can you name some? Like who would you say?
things like things like Puddle of Mud
Oh, okay,
and stuff like that,
what up?
like Seether, that type of stuff, where a lot of people don't really listen to that anymore. They kind of write it off as being like, oh, that early 2000s type of stuff, but like, that was the type of stuff that I listened to like really early on. So,
Good shit.
and yeah, these guys are from Manchester, England, if you
Oh
were
wow,
curious.
dope. I like their sound.
Yeah, it's interesting because they don't have the Manchester sound. We talked about like
Mm.
locations having a sound, and like, you think about like U2, the 1975 Working Men's Club, things like that are all groups from Manchester that all kind of sound very similar. And
Yeah.
I like that this band is kind of breaking the mold and doing something different from that area.
Wow, dude. Props to them, man. There's so much music
Yeah.
overseas. There's so much, dude. Wow, bro. I almost feel like we're deprived. Like we're deprived of some good UK music. You feel me?
Well, I mean, being the age of the internet, now's the best time of all to be a fan of music from a different place because it's so accessible.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you think about 20 years ago, people who are like super into like K-pop or whatever, like that really, aside from like the couple of bands that broke out, like that didn't really happen all that much. But now people can just find them online and they can get into, whatever type of music that they want.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a beautiful thing.
Good shit. Good find. That's a good one. Props.
All right. So, what's your next tune going to be?
So yo, man, once again, shout out to my homie Tyrone. He's the one that put me on this. Um, her name is her. All right. H.E.R. All right. Um,
Yeah.
I've been hearing about her for years. I've been hearing the name around for years, like for a good 5 years now. I see a lot of like the bulletins and blog sites and just like different sites putting up her music. But to be honest with you, I'm 36. As you get older and grow older, I find it harder and harder to find time to really sit down and really watch a music video or just listen because like I listen to a lot of music driving. But
Yeah.
sometimes my friends just send me music or they just put me up on new shit. And I feel like my friends convincing me that someone's dope is the best way for me to really sit down and take time to listen, you know? And like, this is the first one that I really sat down and watched her video. The name of the song's Damaged. And I really like her voice, man. I think this girl should blow up way bigger, right? Like, I love Tiana Taylor. I love SZA. I love Janae Aiko. I love what everyone's
Hmm.
doing, but I think she deserves to be up there for real. Like her voice is amazing.
I think that she's getting there at this point. Like, I mean, she's big enough that she was on SNL like a couple months ago, I
No
think.
way, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Dope. Oh
So
man, she's like I don't know why. Maybe I'm out of tune. Maybe she's been blowing up and I'm out of tune. Maybe
11 million on Spotify. So
no
like, she's
way.
definitely not small anymore. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm the one that was out of tune. You know what I mean? Maybe I was the one that was sleeping on it, but she deserves to be
Yeah.
I think she finally got up there. Like, but for a while
Absolutely.
she was bubbling in the underground for a while. Like a lot of her she's been around, but I think nowadays she's finally getting up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely in the past year or so.
Yup, exactly. I love her voice.